So I was in my room and I was gonna play my NES, but then I booted it up and as you see here, it doesn't work. So today in this video, we are going to replace the 72-point pin connector. With my original NES, it needs another pin replacement, so I got a new one right here, and I'm going to show you how to do this. First off, make sure it's not plugged in, and take out the game, for sure. And you have to take it, turn it upside down, like that, and you have to have a screwdriver. I recommend one that has like this kind of end. It doesn't have to be a special one for the Nintendo consoles or anything. And you go over above it, and then you have to get out the screws. So I'm going to make a a time lapse of me unscrewing them so you can see, and you don't have to watch a whole lot of extra stuff on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So at this point, if you're going to take apart your NES to put a new one in, you should at least get a cup, or anything that will hold the screws in. That way you know where you put them, because you don't want to get them mixed up. So if you need a couple others, go get that. So here it is, the NES without the top on. Everything in here is pretty much covered, so I have to take these screws off. So I'll show you what I need to do, though, as I'm doing this. So, obviously, power reset, 1 and 2. You got that back there. That's the pin connector that we're going for. I've done this one other time, and it worked pretty good, so this should work too. So, and this one I think I can just push in, and I don't think I have to push down. So I'll see about working on that when I get to there. So I'm going to go ahead and take a time lapse of me taking out the screws and getting it ready. And then I'll show you in detail of what you need to do. Okay, so we have here the original NES ready. I'm going to show y'all what I was going to tell you of what to do here. So as you can see, it's taken out, the metal piece there. We need to take this off, and then we'll go from there. It's really simple. For the spring part and this, all you have to do is take off these screws on the side, and I wouldn't recommend taking out every screw, by the way. Don't just go taking out everything you can. And if you want to mod your console, then yeah, you're going to have to take out the entire circuit board, which is right underneath the pin connector. So if you want to do that, you can. I don't really like the idea of it. I'm not going to do that with my console, obviously. I wouldn't want to mod my 1985 NES, but some people like to make a Nintoaster out of theirs, which is a Nintendo and a toaster. You put your game into a toaster NES and play it. That's what it is. It's kind of a funny joke now. So I have to get the rest of these. And that one, I don't know. That one, I probably need to get a new screw for that. Okay, hold up. Sorry, my camera's on this right here so that I can put it on there. Okay. I have 2 cups there. One's for the NES console screws, and the others are for the hardware inside of it. So don't get the screws mixed up, no matter what. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do these last 2, and then I should be able to show y'all. Because this is the most important part of this of this video. So I don't know about this screw though. I'm probably gonna try using this other screwdriver though, because this one screw is a little bit hard to get. Sometimes they can be. If they are, that could be a screw problem or something else. There's so much that can go wrong with screws. Like they could just not work, not want to unscrew, which is frustrating. Like I think here it is right now. It's probably doing that because I can't get it. The rest of it I can get, so I'll have to come back. I'll show you all whenever I get it done. Okay, so here's the important part. I just remembered from the last time that you're supposed to slowly and carefully take the tray out of from the console, because the pin connector there is on it. And yeah, I did manage to get that other screw off, but it was just a little stuck. So that's all it was. Nothing bad. I try and do it as delicately and slowly as possible, just to make sure nothing happens while I'm doing this. And I'm sorry if you can't, I can't tell if you can see or not. It's just really hard for me to do this and record. Okay, here we go. Got it. So this is the tray. In case you don't know this yet, guys, if you play your NES a lot, and if you put the games in and then you keep pressing down a lot, then that'll bend the pins eventually, which obviously just happened. So yeah, that's what's been happening there. So here's the old pin, which I actually replaced last year. So here's the new pin right here. And this is actually really easy to do, guys. All you have to do here, you take your new pin connector, take it out of the box, and you take the old one out slowly and carefully. You take that out, and your new pin connector goes in there. I'll show you how to do that right now. Like before, you have to carefully and slowly take out the pin connector from the console. It can be really tricky to do sometimes, and that's where you have to have patience with getting it. This one's actually really stuck in there. Okay, I shouldn't have done it that fast, but you get the point. This thing was stuck in there hard, so, really good, so, well, now we got the new one to put in. So, now if you have that done, you have to go ahead and, give yourself an example and get a game and just put it into where you think it should go to make sure that you're doing it right. I know it goes in this way, and make sure like it's like on this side where the screws would go in. Put it in like that, but just see if how well it goes in there. Let me show you with a random NES game. I just decided to pull this off. Donkey Kong. I have this right here. I'm gonna show you what that looks like whenever you put the game inside. That right there. That's literally all you do to play a game. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in now, and it should work. It's really simple stuff, and I think anyone who knows how to do anything with screws or anything at all can do it, because this is like one of the easiest tasks to do whenever you have a original NES. So if I can get this piece in here, then I can put it back together. This weekend hasn't been very good, but this is the most fun I've had this weekend, besides playing games and stuff. But I did find something really neat, and I have been doing it pretty much all day. So I'm going to show you that in the next video that I post today. So be tuned in for that whenever that comes in. And hint, hint, it has to do with VHS tapes. And of course, with video games. I'm really trying hard to get this in, but it's not. Sometimes it can be tricky. And you have to do it kind of slow. There we go. I got it, guys. So that is pretty much all you do. And then you put it back together. So we're going to test it whenever I finish. We're going to put in a bunch of games and just random ones. And we'll see if it works. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do a time lapse of me putting it back together. And then we'll test it. Okay guys, now that I have the NES all put back together, I'm going to test it to see if it reads the games right, and just to note, the games will now be even a lot harder to get in and out because of the new pin connector. So if you replace it and wonder why is it so hard to get them in, that is why. It's a good thing. Great, that works. So Kirby works. Sorry, I'm holding with one hand. There we go. Yeah, that works. So I'm gonna test and see how it functions getting the games out. That's how I get my games out, at least. So that works. I'm gonna test out other games like Mario Bros. This one glitched out really bad earlier, so I'm gonna go ahead and test that. Yep, it works. We're going to test Punch-Out. This is going to be a hard one to do, because it's always been a hard one to get in and out of the console. Yep. Works. That is awesome. This new pin connector works really well. But these are really hard to get out. I have to go wash my hands because that's really hard. But yeah, that's pretty much what you do to get it fixed. So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also before I go, be tuned in for the next video. I'll post it right after this and as soon as I can. And it will be about VHS tapes and video games. So tune in for that when I post it very soon today. Bye.